Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caraway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000.
Make light work of everything with Honda's top-of-the-line family of Pioneer 1000 side-by-sides. All models sport a best-in-class engine and an exclusive 6-speed automatic dual-clutch transmission. Then there's the 1005 models, equipped with Honda's quick-flip seating that seats up to 5 passengers. So find your next Honda Pioneer today at Bill Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
E.R. Brown Furniture has been providing West Frankfort and Southern Illinois communities quality furniture for 109 years. E.R. Furniture has the largest selection of Lazy Boy furniture and can help you find your next recliner, sofa, or love seat. E.R. Brown Furniture can provide delivery and set up to your home as well. It's E.R. Brown Furniture, downtown West Frankfort.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois since 1909. We believe that great customer service along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
McDonald's, family-owned and operated. Moreland Bishop McDonald's has 21 locations to serve you.
The West Frankfort Aquatic and Activity Center are proud partners of Redbirds Live. Come check out our heated indoor swimming pool, fitness center, and basketball gym. Stop by for a visit, or you can contact us at 618-937-1665.
Welcome you into Game 2 on the night here from West Frankfort. Here in the regional semifinals. It's matchups between the 4-seed Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs and the 5-seed Benton Rangerettes. I'm Garrett Smith alongside Quincy King for the call here in Game 2. And the winner goes up against Massac County, who we just called their victory over Johnson City 60-42. Should be in store for a good one.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good contest up here with Benton and Harrisburg. You know, they had, like you said, before we went on, you know, they played earlier in the year, and Harrisburg coming out on top. I think tonight, though, at a neutral gym, Also, like you said, I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, we welcome you guys in to the Wallace Industrial pregame show here between Harrisburg and Benton. And, you know, these teams come in playing each other once in the regular season. It was a 49-38 win for Harrisburg at Harrisburg over the Benton Rangerettes. And Harrisburg comes in 21-10 overall, just 3-5 in the Ohio division play. And then the Benton Rangerettes 14-18, 5-5 in the Mississippi of the River to River. As we mentioned, that loss to Harrisburg, but they knocked off Frankfort on Saturday to get to this point at their gym, and it sets them up with a rematch against the team they lost to in the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. And let's find some keys to this game between these two teams. That's brought to you by Weeks in West Frankfort. Um, Anything we should focus on either side here tonight? Good teams match up pretty well here tonight, I think. But what's some of those X factors that could decide this game?
You know, I think really it's just whatever team really plays more aggressive and gets rebounds. I think rebounding is a big key in basketball to winning games like this. And I think whoever team comes in here and plays more aggressive and more of the will to want to win and really wants it, I think they're going to win the ball game. I don't think both squads have the kind of talent where you can come in here and walk through the motions and still win you a game, especially when these teams both pair up against each other. I don't think that's the case at all. I think whatever team comes in here and really wants it is who's going to come out on top. And if Benton plays like anything they did against Frankfurt on Saturday, then they're going to play really aggressive again tonight. They shut Frankfurt down pretty well over at Benton. And if they bring that here tonight, I think Benton will take it.
Yeah, we haven't seen Harrisburg in a long time. It was not since what November.
Yeah.
So, but we know they're going to be competitive. They got a coach over there in Jake Stewart that's always gets the best out of his team and effort-wise, and especially here in this type of environment in a postseason game. Um, should be good. Should be fun, and we'll see which team can come out on top. And another thing, when these two teams meet up, there's no lost love there. So these old rivals from the Ohio, that's no longer a thing. With Benton jumping to the Mississippi, and how about just talking about how good the Ohio was this year? Harrisburg's 21-10 overall, yet 3-5 in the Ohio. Um, really tough competition, and I think it's made them a better team because when they play out of conference, they're thinking, oh, well, we're a good team. We just play really good teams night in night out in the Ohio, and then they get some off nights every so often. But they can't have an off night tonight to win. They're going to have to play good. And let's get to the starting lineups. It's brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. We will start with the Benton Rangerettes in their road maroon uniforms here tonight. Coming in as the 5 seed do the Rangerettes. Harrisburg in as the 4. Winner gets Massac County on Thursday night at 6:30 right here in this gym. Loser is going home. Start with the Benton Rangerettes. Number 20, 5'7" senior Blakely Johnson. Number 4, 5'6" junior Malia Webb. Number 10, 5'10" sophomore Josie Mitchell. Number 1, 5'6" freshman JC Webb. And number 12, 5'7" freshman Kinley Glover. It's the same 5 we saw the other day. in Benton that started against Frankfort. And Webb, Mitchell, Glover, and Johnson. They're led by head coach Dave Brown. It's time for the Lady Bulldogs of Harrisburg. Number 11, 5'4" senior Cameron Adams. Number 3, 5'5" junior Kinsley Smothers. Number 4, 5'10" sophomore Jamison Green. Number 12, 5'9" senior Frankie Lee Nichols. And number 22, 5'7" senior Mackenzie Boyd. For Harrisburg, it's Smothers, Green, Adams, Nichols, and Boyd. For Benton, it's Webb, Mitchell, Glover, and Johnson. Those are your starting lineups. Brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. Benton led by head coach Dave Brown. Harrisburg by Jake Stewart. Teams ready to go here. Semifinal of this 2A regional in West Frankfort. We thank you guys for tuning in to this game 2 on the night. And Quincy, I think it's our final girls game of the season.
It's what it's looking like right now.
Harrisburg's going to begin with the basketball. Adams, who worked at left, gets it out top, back into the corner to Adams. Looks to give it out top to Green, and does. Green works left to the lane. Now left corner, Adams skips right side, right wing, triple up, no good, short from Nichols, and pulled down by J.C. Webb, who gets it ahead to Blakely Johnson. And Benton has their first possession of the night. It's Webb out top, goes elbow to Glover. Works towards the basket, kicks it now out to Mitchell on the wing. Through the lane, pass deflected, taken away. Other way we go. It's Smothers, right sideline, and a reach in on Johnson. Team first on Johnson. We are scoreless, 50 seconds in. Now top Adams works towards the right. Gives it up to Smothers on the wing. Working into the paint, through a defender, banking it in that time is Jamison Green for her first two. In the game's first two, it's 2-0 Lady Bulldogs. Webb left wing. That's J.C. Webb. Finds Malia Webb. Flashing through. And then it's deflected out to the corner to Glover. They call a whistle against Harrisburg. That's on Nichols. Her first, team first. And she's making an argument. Hey, Glover's got her arm out
in the face right now,
pushing me out of the way. That happens a lot where that happens and you still get called for the foul. And a travel on Glover. Harrisburg takes over.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this Rangerette squad. They're not afraid to play physical.
Left side with the basketball, Nichols. Hands off to Green. Trying to get to the paint. She's got two more. Quick four for Jamison Green. Here's Malia Webb, left of the lane. Long two on the way, no. Rebound pulled down by Smothers. Skipped ahead, deflected into the hands of Johnson. There's a turnover. Johnson works back the other way. Kicks into the corner. They go into the post to Glover. Spins to into the lane, and it's deflected out. Remains 4-0. Benton will throw in underneath. 5:57 to go in the first. Will be Glover getting it into Malia Webb. Now it ends out top to J.C. Webb. Now wing with it's Malia Webb. Throws up a triple. Off to the right. No. Flying through for the rebound is Glover, and a whistle against Harrisburg. Effort play right there from Glover. And that's going to be the first on Boyd and the team's second. on the Lady Bulldogs. Thrown out top to Webb. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson takes it to the point. Dribble move. Left to the lane. Picks it up. Malia Webb now into the paint. Euro move through to the goal. Misses off to the left. Gets her own rebound. J.C. Webb kicks right side to Mitchell. Back to Malia Webb inside. Missing again. Offensive rebound. No, a tie-up call. It'll stay in possession of the Rangerettes. 5:25 left, quarter one. 4-0. Lady Bulldogs. Lobbed in, Webb in the paint, up, missing short. Rebound pulled down by Glover. I think we've seen Malia Webb shoot more here already than she did the whole game against West Frankfort.
I know.
Harrisburg's letting her take shots. So far, Benton hasn't cashed in. To the goal, a blocking foul, and are they going to count the shot? 5:08 left in the first. First on Glover, team second, and they count the basket. 6-0. And one at the line for Boyd. Free throw up. Back iron, no. Long rebound. Boyd gets it back. Bounces right block. 2 up and in for Green.
Green off to a good start in this one. 6 points.
8-0. Webb with Fitz in the backcourt. Nearly threw it away. Into the hands of Johnson, who skips it ahead. Mitchell into the post. Free throw line jumper up from Johnson. Off to the left, no good. Rebound Harrisburg. Up ahead to Green. Looks to go in on Webb. Instead kicks it out. 3-ball up from Smothers. It's good. 11-0, and Benton has to burn a timeout. 11-0 Harrisburg. This timeout brought to you by Hal Insurance in West Frankfort. Lady Bulldogs looking good on these baskets here early on.
Yeah, definitely. Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs off to a great start, and it's coming with turnovers and transition offense. They're a really good team. They're very talented, and they know what to do with the ball.
4:34 left in the first quarter, and Benton can't get anything to fall right now. They've had some looks right in front of the goal, and in the main part it was Webb in there that couldn't get anything to go, and they just couldn't do anything with it, and they still trail and are still scoreless to this point. Benton basketball out of the timeout.
Honestly, kind of shocked that Benton hasn't put up any points yet because they have had a lot of good looks.
Reach in going on Adams, who's on the hip that time of Johnson. Her first team third. Got a sub. Hannah Jones in for Adams. Thrown into the backcourt, into Johnson. Johnson, crossover working towards the right. Gives it up to Mitchell. Now out top, Webb with the basketball. Hands off. J.C. Webb comes to get it. 4:10 left in the first. Webb looking, gives up to Malia Webb. Now top, it's Johnson. Right side, J.C. Webb. Right block, Webb lost it out of bounds. 4:02 left in the first. Harrisburg takes the ball back. Looking to build on this ideal start here in the first. Jones gets it up to Green, who's been the hot hand early on. Now Smothers hit that three that caused the timeout. Right side, Boyd trying to get it into the post, instead has to skip opposite side. Shot fake, ends up Green at the point. 3-ball up, off to the right. Rebound Malia Webb for Benton. Some contact and a whistle now underneath. Foul going on Hathaway, who came in after that last stoppage. So Coral Hathaway with her first, team fourth. Still 3:37 left in the first. Inbounded to Johnson. Johnson skips ahead to Glover. Close to a carry. Glover gives it up. J.C. Webb trying a three. Up. And a travel called before the three. Did you see a travel?
It looked like she stepped into a shot, and that's what my assumption was. And I was kind of confused. And the ref was taking his time with what the call he wanted to make.
So even when Benton makes a shot, they don't get points out of it. It's waved off on a travel. 3:20 to go in the first. I'm not so sure about that one. Boyd works it right to Smothers. Post entry deflected away by Johnson into the hands of Malia Webb. She dribbles for the Rangerettes. Behind the back, gets into the half court, gives to Johnson. Johnson at the point with a foul. Benton would go to the line. 3-ball much needed in. This time from Mitchell. And they get Adams for a travel. It's back out there for Harrisburg.
We're just giving away travels.
The Benton basketball. Inbounded to Johnson. Johnson gets across the center line. Trying to bounce it to Glover in the post. And Glover's going to the line to shoot two. As the Rangerettes are into the bonus. Who did they get on that? They're going to get Hathaway again. Her second. 2 shots here for Glover at the line. Benton has worked their way into the bonus. First one, no good. Nichols back in for Harrisburg. Second one, missing them both that time, was Glover. Here's Green. Elbow, gives it up. Free for a three, is too strong off that time from Nichols. Fresh back in, 2.5 to go in the first. It's 11-3. Johnson and the Rangerettes trying to weather the storm. Left wing with it is Malia Webb. Now J.C. Webb. 3 on the way. It's short. Long rebound. Webb gets her own rebound and nearly throws it away. Instead, it's through to Mitchell. She'll throw one up and good for 3. Shot will count. Shot will count. We got a whistle after the shot was released. 11-6 is the score. And it's going to put Benton at the free throw line. That's going to be Glover at the line. So 3 there for J.C. Webb. They got Nichols for her second, and Harrisburg's getting called for breathing on him right now.
Yeah.
I will say, both sides, they've been super aggressive here early in this game. There's been a lot of contact, and in response, there's been a lot of whistles. Free throw good. Both of them good. It's a 5-point possession, and just like that, it's 11-8. Adams at the top gives right side to Nichols. Now to the hands of Boyd. Slashing through the lane, right block. She's going to the line. 2:04 left in the first. They get I'm not sure who they call that foul on. 2:04 left here in the first. 11-8. Could be 2 shots here. Well, missing the first, and 1 more here for Boyd. They get Webb for that first one on her, and it's the team third. Second one, no, missed a both. $1:55 to go in the first. Corner 3 to tie it. How about an 11-0 run, followed by an 11-0 run? The Rangerettes have tied the game here in the first. 11 apiece. Left side, it's Boyd. It's inside the arc, gives it up to Green. Green working towards the goal, kicks out. 3-ball on the way, off to the right, no good. Rebound into the hands of J.C. Webb. She works towards the basket, kicks it off. Malia Webb, corner J.C. Webb. Got to lob it in to Glover. It's knocked out, staying on this end. 1:19 left in the first. You don't see that too often. One team score 11 to start the game, and then in response, 11 from the other side.
Yeah, it was a crazy first quarter. Game of runs, and that's what we've seen.
Thrown in, it's lost by Mitchell. Harrisburg takes over. Quick three up, no good. That was King who's in there for Harrisburg, who threw one up quick. Other way. Losing the basketball was Mitchell, and then it's thrown underneath, through the legs, into the paint. 55 seconds left in the first. They grant a timeout to Benton. 11-11. Timeout brought to you by La Fiesta in West Frankfort. Man, what a fun first quarter.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, seeing Harrisburg with a great start and seeing Benton with a good reaction to that start and coming back with their own 11-0 run, and we're all tied up here at 11. It's looking to be a classic.
Yeah, out of timeout, it's going to be Benton basketball. And if you'd have told me that after how this started that they'd have the basketball with a chance to take the lead here in the first, I'd be thinking, well, I missed a whole lot of action. But here we are, and it really was Harrisburg dominating early, forcing some turnovers and getting the ball to Jamison Green. But credit to Benton, they've limited her touches here lately, and the Rangerettes are starting to hit some triples, including one that was waved off.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, one was waved off for a travel call.
Out of the timeout, Benton basketball here. 55.6 seconds to go, quarter one. Will be Glover throwing in. On the baseline, looking. Finally bounces into Malia Webb. Webb thought about shooting, instead gives it up Johnson, who works it to the point. Johnson surveying her options, works towards the right, gives top to J.C. Webb. Swings corner. That's Mitchell. Now back top Johnson. Shot fake into the post. Glover spinning, going up. And a whistle with 34 seconds to go in the first. Foul on Boyd. Her second. Glover's back to the line. Missing the first. Nichols in for Boyd. Hathaway back out there, in for King. One more here for Glover. And Benton take the lead. Fell behind 11-0. They've rattled off 11 of their own. Make it 12. 12-11. Rangerettes with the lead. 30 seconds left here in the first. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball. It's Hathaway. Gives up to Nichols. A dribble handoff to Adams towards the goal. Green underneath. Foul on the floor. 20 seconds left in the first. Harrisburg to throw in underneath. And they get Mitchell for her first. Adams to throw in. Looking, skips out top into the hands of Nichols. Gives right side to Green. Now Smothers. Dumps it to Hathaway, right wing. Fumbled the ball, gave it up. Nichols thought about a three. Down under 10. Down to 5. Giving up Smothers. Nearly lost it. Down to 4. Smothers into the right corner. Floats it up. She's fouled with 1.1 left in the period. Bailout from Benton's defense there because they had played a perfect defensive possession until right there with 1.1 left in the first.
Yeah, it was a pretty good defensive possession. Those are the kind of possessions that really win you games, and you hate to see a bailout call, something like that with so much hard work that you put in. Now they're getting free shots to the line.
Free throw good from Smothers. Got some subs here with 1.1 left. $12 apiece. The second from Smothers. Got it. Harrisburg back in front, 13-12. They get it in. Johnson's shot is too short. 13-12 Harrisburg. Lady Bulldogs leading the Rangerettes through one here at the regional semifinal in West Frankfort. We'll pause and hear from some of our sponsors.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelters Auto, home and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Set for the second quarter between Harrisburg and Benton, the Lady Bulldogs and Rangerettes. Whole lot of back and forth there in the first, and with all that happened, we got a 1 point game. That's typically how it goes as we jump into the second quarter. Harrisburg's going to start with the basketball. Around the perimeter, Adams on the right wing. Now back left side in the hands of Smothers. Here's Green out at the point. Left side, they go short corner to Nichols. Back to Green on the dribble. Now out Nichols, and they reset. 30 seconds in here in the second. It's 13-12. Lady Bulldogs on top of the Rangerettes. Pass is taken away as it was a errant pass that time from Smothers, and Benton ends up losing it out of bounds on the other end. Thrown in. Harrisburg with the basketball. 50 seconds in quarter two. Here is Adams, who's called for a carry. We've seen some, in terms of, dribbling the basketball and, movement, with your feet. And they've been pretty strict here to start this game, these officials have.
Yeah, they're really keeping this one on a down low.
Mitchell hits another three. It's 15-13. Rangerettes on top. Minute 10 into the second. Green thought about it. Instead goes towards the basket. Kicks out right. Three ball. Well strong that time from Adams. Long rebound. Malia Webb. Over near the corner. Dribbles out of the corner. Front of the Rangerette bench. Gives it ahead to Johnson, who finds Glover for two on the left block. (17-13) Rangerettes. Winner gets Massac County on Thursday. Harrisburg had the bye into this round. A three up and in from Boyd. Cut it to one. And the Rangerettes knocked off Frankfort on Saturday to get to this point. 2 minutes in here in the second. 17-16. Rangerettes. Webb off the dribble. J.C. Webb thought about a three. Doesn't take it. Hands off to Mitchell, who throws it out of bounds. Johnson couldn't get up and get that one. Harrisburg takes over. trailing by 1. That was a big 3 there down the other end for Boyd because the Rangerettes had all the momentum. And they get a 3 and a stop, and all of a sudden now score, you're back ahead. And they throw it away.
A lot of emotions already being displayed on the court by both teams. It's a pretty high intensity game.
Johnson to bring it up. Dribbles into the half-court set, works towards the right, gives J.C. Webb on the wing. Looks towards the corner, looking in the post, gives it to Mitchell swinging through. Ends up to Malia Webb on the block, gives it right back Glover. Shot right of the lane, no. Lost out of bounds. Off of Harrisburg. 5:23 left first half. Glover to throw in. Looks over the top, gets it to Malia Webb. Webb dribbles on Green. Hands to Johnson. Johnson looked at Glover, couldn't go there. Has to reverse right side. Now top is J.C. Webb. 3 for 3 on the way, around and out. Rebound loose to Johnson. Back up right block, missing short, and an over the back call on Glover. 5:04 left first half. This is about as what we expected here, Quincy, in this ball game in terms of physicality and the back and forth action we've gotten to this point.
Absolutely.
Will be Smothers bringing it up. It's across the center line, using a screen, works towards her left, goes to the goal, left of the lane, missing too strong, rebound pulled down J.C. Webb. 450, she skips it ahead to the wrong team. That's Green who picks it off. Green goes at Webb, left block, kicks it out. Shot fake, sidestep, Smothers, couldn't get it off. Pass thrown through the lane, knocked out. Harrisburg keeps it, 4:41 to go. Quarter 2. We'll see Adams throw in. Underneath. Gives it into Green. Shot fake. Gets into the paint. Uses the board to bank it in. And Harrisburg back up by 1. 18-17. Here come the Rangerettes. Right side, it's Webb. Now free for a triple up. No good that time for Mitchell. Rebound to Adams. Adams skips ahead to Nichols. Works right sideline. Back top to Adams. Now Nichols, right wing. At the point, Cameron Adams with the basketball. 4:05 to go first half. Gives to Jamison Green. Dribble move, gives it up to Nichols, working left to right. Now stepping into a shot. Instead giving it up was Boyd. Hands to Smothers. Harrisburg resets. 3:50 to go first half. Top, it's Adams. Into the corner. Boyd works it into the post. It's picked off by Neitzel, who's in there for Benton. Webb to the goal. Uses reverse layup. Couldn't get it to go. Coach Stewart wanting to travel that time. They're able to come away with the basketball anyways. And we got a foul on the floor against the Rangerettes. 3:29 to go. First half. And they get Webb for her second. Got some subs. See Hines in first time for Harrisburg. It's thrown in Hathaway back out there. She got it back. Works around Webb in the corner. Gets it out of the corner. Now back Hathaway trying to work on Webb and a reach in on Webb. 3:19 to go first half. It's going to be team third and the first on Malia Webb. Malia Webb takes a seat. Aaliyah Brandon in her place. Thrown in, point right to Green. Now right side to Adams and another whistle. That's the third on J.C. Webb in the second. This trip down, and the Webb has fouled 3 times this trip down. It's been twice by J.C., once by Malia, 3:10 left, and Harrisburg 1 foul away from being able to shoot free throws. Pass thrown in, it's picked off by Glover. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson deflected away by Green on the pass, and a foul on Johnson, and Green's going to the line. How about that move, knowing exactly where that pass was going, and Green just jumped up and blocked it almost like something you'd see in a volleyball match.
Yeah.
Went the other way. That's Johnson's second. All the whistles were going Benton's way in the first, and it has flipped here in the second. 5 fouls against Benton here in quarter 2. And to this point, 2:59 left first half, none on Harrisburg this quarter. First free throw good. Webb is back in. One more here for Green. Free throw on the way. Got them both. (20-17). Lady Bulldogs back with a lead here. Mitchell about walked. Gave it corner to Neitzel. Trying to get it post to Malia Webb, and a reach in on Jamison Green. Her first, team first. They're not letting them play here today. They're making a lot of times in a game where it's a couple teams that are super competitive and aggressive, teams that have a history of playing each other. And we got another tie up, and the officials getting in there for that one. 2:42 left. First half, tie up, Benton basketball. Crowd getting into it. And it will be Glover throwing in. Underneath, looks, picked off by Hathaway. Works right, crossover move, trying to get rid of it. Working right of the lane, stops right of the lane, lost it, got it back. Working baseline around the defender, kicks corner. Shot fake Smothers to the goal, going up, charge on Smothers. And Coach Stewart for Harrisburg can't do anything but laugh over there because he's thinking there's no way that's a charge. But it does seem like those are, bang bang calls, and you really never know what way the official's going to call it. 3 ball to respond. Nope from Webb. Offensive rebound. Mitchell gives Malia Webb. Right block, cut off, traveled with the basketball. 2:14 to go first half. Benton's trying to go to the goal, and for the most part, Harrisburg's done a good job in cutting them off and forcing Benton to take some perimeter shots.
Oh yeah, for sure. This last 4.5, 5 minutes of the second quarter has just been it's been an up and down battle for both squads.
Smothers, pass deflected. Malia Webb with the basketball, works towards the goal, around the defender for a layup up that clanks off both sides of the rim and bounces out. Harrisburg with numbers. Green around Webb easily for 2. Pretty move from Jamison Green for an easy 2, and she's running the show for the Bulldogs right now. It's a 5-point Lady Bulldog lead. Out top, it's J.C. Webb. She's got 3 fouls, and with magnitude of this ball game, she's got to be out there, even with us being in the first half. Neitzel's 3, well short. Glover saves it in, but it's going the other way. Green to the point, gives it up to Adams. Adams dribbles to the elbow, gives left side to Green. Green on the dribble, in the paint, kicks out Smothers. Shot fake, through a defender, reach in on Neitzel, and it'll be Smothers going to the line. .105 left, first half. 2 shots here. from Smothers. First one on the way, short to the left, no good. Johnson back in for Neitzel that time. King back in for Harrisburg, as is Jones. Missing them both. Hathaway rebound, tie up. It's going to stay on that side. Subs coming back in. 3 that just went out, or a couple that just went out, are coming in. That's Green, Adams, Nichols is back in. Boyd, King, Jones going out. Throwing in out top, catching his Nichols, gives up. We're under a minute to go first half. It's 22-17. Lady Bulldogs of Harrisburg leading the Benton Rangerettes. Shot fake, they get 3 seconds in the lane on Hathaway this time, going the other way. And here comes those same 3 for Harrisburg in. That's Boyd, King, and Jones. The Rangerettes need a basket. They've gone cold after a hot middle portion of this first half. Johnson gives it up. It's Malia Webb. One dribble gives to J.C. Webb. J.C. Webb right of the lane to the basket. Laying it up through contact. Nothing. Comes loose. Tie up again. 36 seconds left first half. We're going to stay on this side of the floor. Benton keeps it. The Glover throwing in. Throws it in over the top. Mitchell sets the feet. 3 is short. And it's staying on this side. They're going to say it was deflected. I don't think it was deflected. I think there could be maybe a case for a foul, but on the shot, the body went into the jump shooter, but it goes back to that old thing we've used so many times this year. So we got 2 up and in from Mitchell. It goes back to the whole thing we've said a lot this year, Quincy, is if there's no foul, then you need to call it the right way on who it went out on. There was not a deflection.
Yeah.
22-19. Loose on the floor, tie up again. Harrisburg keeps it. And the 3 for 3 subs for Coach Stewart yet again. Brandon back in for Benton. Adams to throw in underneath. Looks, Green's right there on the right block, and a quick foul on the Rangerettes. That's Glover's 3rd. Coach Brown would probably much rather have that on Brandon, who's got 0 fouls. And now you've got Glover and J.C. Webb 3 apiece for Benton. First free throw short from Green. Neitzel back in. See a couple subs again for Harrisburg. 22-19, 15 seconds left. Here in the second, Green made 1 of 2. 23-19, clock's not running.
I feel like we've seen that before.
Few too many times. Happens once, it happens twice. You're like, oh. Now it's to the point where like, all right, come on, let's get the clock going, and well, at least it's not like we had the other day where Benton scoreboard just decided, hey, I'm not gonna work. Did it 2 or 3 times over there. 10 seconds. Neitzel with it, right side, threw it into Webb. Right of the lane, throws it up 3 seconds. Back of the iron, no. Comes loose, and it's 23-19 when the horn blows there to end. Quarter two, a fun first half between the Lady Bulldogs and the Rangerettes. We still got 2 more quarters of action here between two evenly matched up teams that really want to win. It's proven, and they got a little chippy there a couple times, but hey, that's postseason basketball. 23-19, Lady Bulldogs on top of the Rangerettes. We'll pause to hear from some of our sponsors.
Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Carrowan. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina, with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
We thank you guys for tuning in here. Halftime report that's brought to you by Kids Corral. 23-19, the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs with the 4-point lead over the Benton Rangerettes. The halftime here of game 2 of the night here on semifinal night of the West Frankfort Girls Regional here in Class 2A. And game 1 went the way of Massac County with a 60-42 win over Johnston City. A dominating win for Massac County as they led majority of that ball game after a quick start from JC, a couple of baskets early, but then Massac took command. So the winner of this one gets Massac County Thursday at 6:30 at Max Morris Gymnasium. And let's get to the halftime stat sheet brought to you by the City of West Frankfort. And let's begin with the team on the road here in the maroon uniforms, the Benton Rangers.
Started off for the Benton Rangerettes. Glover with 5, J.C. Webb with 3, and around the scoring off for the Rangerettes, Mitchell with 11. The Benton Rangerettes had a total of 10 turnovers in the first half. Move over to your Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs side. Boyd with 5, Smothers with 5, and around the scoring off for the Lady Bulldogs, Green with 13. The Lady Bulldogs had a total of 11 turnovers in the first and second quarter.
How about that? Both sides,
Crazy.
three scores.
Yeah.
It's
That's crazy.
You don't really see that, but hey, they know who to get the ball to here late in the year. They're thinking, hey, we got to give it to our top scorers, and both sides have done it to this point. And Benton shot just 3 of 6 at the line. Harrisburg got there quite a bit there in the second quarter. They didn't cash in either. They went 4 of 10 at the line. So free throws being left out there both sides, and really interesting first half. And you'll see, a game of runs, but this one has been a game of runs to almost an extreme. I mean, when you start the game off 11 nothing, if you're Harrisburg, you're feeling great, and then Benton comes back to take the lead 12-11. I think that was a pretty good indicator early on that we were going to be in for a battle here between two teams that just simply don't want to have their season end. They'd love to play for a regional title opportunity against a really good team, and long trip for a team like Massac. Benton's played here quite a bit. They would feel decent about having a shot against a really good team in Massac. I think Harrisburg would too because they can compete. They got a really good player in Jamison Green who will match up well with probably any team. And fun first half, but Harrisburg was a tad better, and part of it was they were really able to draw fouls there late in the second. That's gotten them a little bit of separation, but a long way to go.
Yeah, most definitely. Both squads playing very physical, aggressive game, and they're both right now deserving of a victory tonight, and it comes down to the better team playing basketball, and both sides have looked good and bad at times. It's definitely been a game of runs, and let's see which one can have a big enough run and carry this to a victory.
Yeah, and I think one of the problems is that Benton's got Glover and Webb both 3 fouls apiece, and those two starters. Those are two really important players for Benton, and Lady Bulldogs have to try to exploit that. And if they can go after those two, get them a quick fourth, I think it'll be hard for Benton to hang in. They don't really go super deep um, into their bench, and if Glover or Webb or both get a quick fourth, um, I'd say Harrisburg's firmly in the driver's seat in this game. But you never know. Benton's a good shooting team, so even with them out, I could see Josie Mitchell going on a run hitting threes because she's done it before, and she's hit a couple today,
Yeah.
a couple threes today, and she went off the other day too. And I expect at least a few more threes for Benton to go down, and it's just how does Harrisburg respond? Because when Benton hits a three, I feel like that's when they really get into it and invested in it in terms of, a collective team. And their bench really gets fired up after a made three, and it can affect an opposing team with that going on. Ready to go, second half play. Benton begins with a basketball. It's Johnson, gives right side J.C. Webb, looking in the post. Won't go there. Instead, a quick turnover as it's thrown into the backcourt. Harrisburg's going to take over. Not ideal if you're a Rangerette fan, as they weren't on the same page that time, and it gets thrown away. And now Harrisburg gets to set up first trip and get the first shot off here in the second half, which is a big deal because they own the arrow as well with a 4-point lead. Crossover here, Smothers dribbled it off her foot, and we got a turnover going the other way. Webb works right sideline, and a foul on the floor. 7:37 left in the third. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more whistles here in the second half.
It's going to turn into like a 2.5-hour game.
Now you're looking at fouls on the other side. Nichols with her third. Oh, sorry, that's Boyd with her third. Another starter in foul trouble. We got a whistle. Is that Boyd with her fourth?
Yep.
It is. And that's nothing but frustration at that point, and she has to come out. A quick two on Boyd, a quick two on Harrisburg. Benton can now say, hey, now we can be the aggressors again. Let's get to the line a lot like Harrisburg did there in the second. Johnson right wing. Trying to bounce it in. Travel on Johnson. Move those feet, trying to get it to Malia Webb. Harrisburg basketball. Here is Adams. Spinning on Webb. Gets to the elbow. Gives up Nichols. Hathaway out there. Has it out top. Dribbles on Webb. Backs her down into the block. Right block up and in. Nice move off the dribble from Hathaway for two. That's coming off your bench. You're probably in good shape. Hathaway off the dribble, creating for herself. Three ball up and in for Glover. (25-22). There's three for Glover. Hathaway out at the point. Spinning on Webb again. Gives top to Nichols. Nichols hands off to Green. To the elbow. Now Hathaway. Dribbles going towards the basket. Knocked free. Into the hands of Green. Into the paint. Kicks out. Nichols. Three ball on the way. Shoots off the iron into the hands of J.C. Webb. She looks to go. Has it point right. Dumps off Malia Webb and deflected to Johnson. And what an effort that time. Smothers takes it away to the goal and couldn't get it to fall. Knocked into the corner. Smothers gets her own rebound and a foul on, is it Johnson? If so, that's her third. And these teams probably won't have five to finish the game if we keep going at this rate.
Foul them all out.
6 minutes left in the third. They call it on Webb. They give Malia Webb her second. Out top, it's Green. Dribbles into the paint. Kicks out. Nichols, three from the corner, is short. And a foul on Hathaway. Her third. .551 left in the third. Once again, we'll see if we get some scores. The only ones really that would be final around the region right now would be Breeze Central and Columbia. And then the Carlisle-Pinckneyville game picked up. Three from Webb ties it up. This is turning into a fantastic ball game between Harrisburg and Benton. To the goal, Hathaway spins on Webb. Double dribbled with the basketball. 5:23 to go in the third. We'll see if we can maybe get one of them scores. Breeze Central and Columbia over at Pinckneyville. It's some games tomorrow. Carterville and AJ, Vian and DuQuoin. That's over at Carterville. And then over at Mater Dei in that regional, it's the host up against Greenville, and then Nashville, one of the better teams on the ladies' side in 2A, up against Althoff. Benton with the basketball, looking to take the lead back. Out top, it's Webb. Webb finally gets rid of it to Johnson. Out to Glover. Could she hit another? It's too short, and a foul going the other way. That's the third on Malia Webb. I'm just going to assume everyone has 3 fouls at this point.
Yeah.
4:45 to go in the third. Back out there is Hines. She touches it, gives it up Smothers. Here's Nichols to the goal, back Hines. Thought about a shot, gives it up to Nichols over near the sideline. Dribbles out top to Green. Glover's going after it. Glover couldn't get it. Green keeps it. Green to the elbow, in the paint, weaving her way through for two. Couldn't figure out where she was going, but she got to the goal and got two. And Harrisburg's back up.
Yeah, it was a good job of, taking her time and, she created for herself.
They leave Glover wide open for three. She missed it. Harrisburg's dodging some bullets with Glover being wide open. Or the Rangerettes keep it. Johnson, back Glover. Why not? Corner three. Too strong. Pulled down by Adams, who gets free of Mitchell. That's who you're Benton. I'd like to see Mitchell take some more threes here. From what we've seen this year, she's probably been their most efficient three-point shooter. Out top, it's Smothers. 3:40 to go in the third. Gets a screen from Hines at the elbow. Gives corner to Green. She uses a screen from Hines. Back to Hines in the post. It's lost underneath. Knocked loose to Nichols. Taken away by Glover. 3:25 to go in the third. 27-25. Lady Bulldogs leading by two. Up top, it's Johnson. Works towards the right. Hands to Webb. She's going to throw one up. Missing off to the right. Now the Rangerettes almost becoming reliant on shooting those threes. Here's Webb trying to get around Hines to the right block. Dumps it off, and we're tied again. Glover for two. $2:55 to go in the third. Out top, Adams, left block, going to the goal. She's fouled, and it's on the shot. Oh. Yeah, Adams will go to the line. It was signaled 2 shots. That's the fourth on J.C. Webb. Cameron Adams. Somehow we've had no free throws this half with all the whistles and stoppages and deflections, and Adams misses the first of 2. Hathaway back in for Nichols. Second one, Adams made it. Split the pair, and Harrisburg's up by 1. 28-27. Johnson to the right. Gives wing to Mitchell. Into the post, Glover. Out top, Malia Webb. Swings to Brandon, who's back out there. Missing well short on the 3. Loose underneath. Glover shoots it up. No, through contact and a tie-up. Is going to give it to Harrisburg. And we got something after the whistle with 2:33 left in the third. Maybe get a technical here, it's looking like, against Harrisburg. That's what it's looking like here. They're getting a couple of the officials getting together to discuss it. Coach Stewart shaking the head. Nah, he's not a fan. Then they're going to get the coaches together. This is where they need them mic'd up so we can know what's going on, because we have no clue what the discussion's even about. I'd say it'd probably been a safe bet to say there would have been a technical in this game after how it was going there in the first half. And as of now, it appears we have one, as it's Mitchell who's alone at the free throw line with everyone else off in the backcourt. Let's see if we can hear it. He's still shaking his head, Coach Stewart. So say we got a technical foul. We'll wait for the official wording on it. But as of now, 2 shots here for Mitchell. Free throw good. They give it to Smothers. A technical. It's just the second on Smothers. Both free throws go for Mitchell. And they're getting together again. (29-28). It's going to be Benton ball side out. I mean, yeah, with a technical, it's definitely going to be their ball. And it was a tie-up. So Harrisburg loses the possession arrow, and they still don't get the basketball. That's a tough break. Left side, Mitchell, left to the lane, floats it in. 31-28. And the Rangerettes took advantage of that whistle, and we got another whistle. This one's on Brandon. It'll be her first. Team fourth. Both sides with 4 fouls. We got a sub. Nichols was out. She's back in. In for Hines. Adams will throw in over near the scores table. Finally into Green. Already in the half court. Green out top. Dribbles towards her left. Hands it off to Smothers. Smothers crossover. Gives it up. Hathaway. Now in the hands of Adams. 3 is too strong. Rebound. Tie up. 2 minutes exactly left in the third, and that's where that jump ball comes into play. Benton gets the basketball. Rangerettes get it in. Here's Johnson. Nichols comes up to get on her, and we got a timeout call. 1:55 left in the third, 31-28. Rangerettes on top of the Lady Bulldogs. This timeout brought to you by Power Wash Plus in West Frankfort. This is, like I said it already, this is what we expected between these two teams. You know, they're going to give each other, you know, a good crack at it. You always like beating the other team. You know, maybe not be, it might not be either side's, you know, most recognized rival, but long history between these two schools, and you always want to beat the opponent. And I love the effort we're seeing from both sides.
Oh yeah, it's been a great game. You know, it's both teams came here, both both don't want to lose the game at all, and they want to walk away with a win and keep their season going. You know, you could tell the emotions have been high for a lot of players in this game, and you know, it's great to see.
It's unfortunate we're not going to be able to stream the championship game. We'll be covering the West Frankfort boys in Anna Jonesboro on Thursday, so conflicting schedules, we are going to go call West Frankfort. Corner, shot up, nope, rebound. We got a whistle underneath, going the other way, and I think it's on Webb, and if it's on Webb, that's her fourth. Both Webbs are at 4 fouls, and with it not being an offensive foul, no, they're going to give it on Glover. That's still going to be 4 on Glover. Originally, the official pointed at Webb, but with it not being an offensive foul, free throws a result, with Harrisburg being in the bonus. Two shots here from Nichols. First one on the way. Good. Now Neitzel can come in for Glover with 4. So 4 on Boyd for Harrisburg, 4 on J.C. Webb and Glover for Benton. Second one, no. Back tap to Hathaway, and then it was knocked out of her hands. Brandon took it away. Hathaway takes it from Brandon, and she's going to the line to shoot 2. .141 left in the third. It's the second on Brandon. Harrisburg well into the bonus at this point. First one from Hathaway is good. One more. Second one. Back iron, no, and an offensive rebound again. It's Green going up, missing. Rebound pulled down underneath, and out of bounds was Nichols, who was on the end line. 31-30. Benton takes it back. Neitzel to throw in. Gets it into Brandon. Now to Johnson. Through her hands. She's able to regather. Met with a double. Trapped in the corner. Trying to do something. And finally a timeout is called. Quincy, you saw something here.
The ref down here on this end, right by what was happening, had a 10-second call. He threw up 2-5.
10-second call. I think that might have been 6 seconds.
Huh?
I don't think we were even
Well,
near.
he went like that.
Right.
And
And then rightfully he said he saw that the FAR official had given a timeout.
Yeah.
I saw where you had noticed that, and I looked down, and I was seeing the same thing, but I don't have a stopwatch. I'm not sure what the clock was at when it was rebounded, but I don't think
he
we
might have had a quick count.
I don't think we were close to 10.
He might have had a quick count. You never know.
Either way, Benton's going to get a fresh 10 out of the timeout, leading by 1, but I think it's come down to a war of attrition, which team can avoid, the fouls and the foul trouble and fouling out more than the other. I think that team's going to end up winning the game, and which team can, take advantage of the line too, because neither side has really done that. Benton's hit both of theirs at the line this half, but once again, Harrisburg's 50% at the line this half, 3 of 6, and that was after a 4 of 10 effort in the first half. If they lose, Coach Stewart's going to be looking at that number and won't be too happy. But Benton ball, 31-30, going length of the floor. Neitzel to throw in. Into Mitchell. Works right sideline, gets it ahead to Brandon. Brandon up ahead, Malia Webb, left block for 2. Easy 2 for Webb. They had no issues beating the pressure. Smothers, dribble, gives up Adams. Adams left of the lane, now back to Smothers in the corner. Towards the goal, going up, and a foul on the play. 1:06 left in the third. That's the third on Brandon. 2 shots here from Smothers. They called it on the shot, which at that point it really didn't matter with them getting 2 because of the bonus. I just don't think it was a foul. First free throw's good.
I feel like this third quarter is getting treated like fourth quarter right now. This last minute, I think that's how both sides are playing.
Maybe these girls don't know that there's another quarter. Maybe for whatever reason they're thrown off thinking this is it. But I love it. It's been a great game. Both free throws good. 33-32, trying to face pressure, and a weak pass is still going to find its way to Webb, who's cut off in the block. Out to Mitchell. Now in the hands of Johnson. We're under a minute to go in the third. It's 33-32. Rangerettes up on the Lady Bulldogs. Out top, it's Johnson. We'll see how much they run this down to. Johnson runs right of the lane, kicks it out corner. Now it's back out to Malia Webb. Webb dribbles around the defender Boyd, who's back out there with 4 fouls. Center court with it is Johnson. Johnson around Nichols. Towards the goal, kicks out corner Webb. Looks to skip it. Does to Mitchell. Back to get it is Johnson. Dribbles to the point. Cut off that time by Boyd. Nichols picks her up at 18 seconds left in the third. They send Smothers at her. And it forces a turnover. It's through the hands of Mitchell. Second defender comes over, and Johnson just rushed a pass, which would have given Benton easy numbers going towards the goal. 33-32. Benton leads by 1. Adams has the basketball. Down to 5. Down to 4. Here's Green. Dribbles. Free throw line. 3 seconds. 2. Spinning in the paint. Going up. Rebound Brandon. Benton will have a 1-point lead going to the fourth. It's 33-32. We pause to hear from our sponsors, and we come back for the final 8 minutes.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sport standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Caroway. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort. With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Weeks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57.
All right, we're underway. Fourth quarter, and Harrisburg begins with the basketball, trailing by 1. It's Smothers out top. Dribbles, gives to Nichols on the right wing. Looking back towards the left, trying to get rid of it, does to Green. Green, dribble move, gets to the point. Guarded by Glover. Nichols flips it to Adams, who's got it out center court. 30 seconds in here in the fourth. 33-32, Rangerettes. Winner plays Thursday night for a regional title against Massac County. Boyd, right block, kicks out. Big three look for Smothers. It's off to the right. Knocked free, tie up underneath. It was Boyd and Glover going after it. Inbounded to J.C. Webb. She's out there with 4 fouls. Skips it ahead, threw it away, and it's out of bounds. Harrisburg gets it back. Lady Bulldogs take over on possession. It'd be something if Massac got the ball back, having to play back-to-back games.
Wouldn't that be something?
Right side with it's Adams. Gives to Smothers. Back to Adams. 6:55 left in the contest. Winners playing those Lady Patriots on Thursday at 6:30. Losers going home. Boyd stops at the free throw line. Gives Smothers to the goal. Right block. Floats it up. Too strong. Rebound J.C. Webb. Will she try to throw it up ahead again? She does. Somehow caught this time by Glover. Now back Johnson towards the basket, around Green, and missed too strong. She anticipated some contact, and there was nothing there. Skipped ahead Adams. Now pass towards Nichols in the corner. Had to go retrieve it. Does. Gives to Boyd. Here's Smothers coming to get it. Now dribble handoff Nichols. 6:15 left. Adams on Webb. Spins. Goes towards the goal. Kicks out. Now top, it's Boyd. Shot fake around Webb to the basket. Right block for 2, and the lead back to the Lady Bulldogs. 6 minutes left. Harrisburg up 1. Top, it's Webb. Works towards the right. J.C. Webb hands to Malia Webb. Point right with the basketball. Works right block. Dump off is deflected and kept in by Adams, who gives it to Green. Green's looking to push. Gets into the half court. 5:35 left. Here's Adams. Dribbles to the elbow. Gives to Nichols. This would be a big shot. Back iron, no. Smothers' own rebound. Going up. She's fouled. 5:27 left. That is the third on Johnson. Team first. Well, they got her listed as having 4. Fourth on Johnson. First free throw good from Smothers. 35-33, in for a great finish here from the Frankfort Regional. Both free throws good. 36-33. Well, Smothers made them both when they needed them. Got a great finish in store, and it's pretty evident that these teams do not want their season to end, Quincy. And this back and forth has been from the start of this ball game, and it's been a fun one to call, and it's been one of the better girls games we called all season, if not the best in terms of the circumstances we're in. And all in all, I couldn't have asked for a better game here in the second game between Benton and Harrisburg. And all I know is, Massac might be the best team, on paper, but they're gonna have to bring some intensity Thursday night, or else they might get beat with, with how much these teams are laying out there tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Um, it sucks to see. You got to see a team go home tonight, and season will end, and especially how hard both of these teams have played, and you can tell none of them wants their season to end tonight. Leaving it out, everyone leaving it out on the floor, and you love to see it.
5:27 left. It's Benton Rangerette basketball throwing in. It's Glover working the baseline, tosses into Johnson. Lady Bulldogs with a 3-point lead. Johnson nearly double dribbled, got it, and then a reach in against Harrisburg. 5:18 left. And they get Cameron Adams, her second, team first. Into Johnson. Johnson to the point. Right side, it's J.C. Webb looking inside. Nothing there. Goes top to Mitchell. Post, it's Malia Webb. Out J.C. Webb for three. On the way, got it, and we're tied. Just when we think one team's going to take over, the other one comes right back. Nichols, wing, triple up. Off, no good. Hathaway and Glover fighting for a rebound. A foul is on Glover, and she's gone. That is a tough way to pick up your fifth. I thought for sure we were destined for a tie up there.
Yeah,
That is a tough fifth foul. Team second, fifth on Glover. Neitzel's going to check back in. Adams to throw in underneath. Looking. There's Green. Right block. Up and in. That's where Harrisburg's got to get back to her. I mean, they've kind of gone away from it. And that's where their offense needs to be going. Three, a quick one up. No good from Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Here's Johnson. Looking. Gives up Malia Webb. 4:30 to go in the ball game. Top, it's Johnson. Swings right side, J.C. Webb. Just hit a triple. Goes post to Malia Webb. Working on Hathaway. Missing short. Rebound by Hathaway. Skips up ahead. No one's back on Smothers. To the goal. Foul called on Mitchell. And it should put Smothers at the line. Her second. Team third. Two now at the line for Smothers. First one. Good. Boyd back in. She has four. In for Nichols. One more at the line here for Kinsley Smothers, the 5'5 junior for the Lady Bulldogs. Free throw. Made them both. 40-36. Lead is up to 4 for Harrisburg. Here's Malia Webb. Had it knocked away, got it back, gives J.C. Webb, and J.C. Webb throws it away. Threw it between the legs of Johnson. I think both Webb and Johnson would be saying, now that's on me. Both would probably feel responsible for not keeping that ball in. Under 4 to go. Harrisburg's lead right now at 4 is the largest they've had in a long time. Largest for either side. Hathaway working right of the lane. Gets free. Foul on Mitchell. .349 left. Two shots here for Hathaway. First. Good. And Harrisburg has dominated in terms of getting to the line They've been there a whole lot here this second half. And when I was saying that they weren't hitting, they responded. They've made a whole lot in a row. The lead is 6 for the Lady Bulldogs, 42-36 over the Rangerettes. Webb out top. Does she have another big shot in her? Instead, finds Neitzel, who blows the layup underneath. Somehow didn't go through. It was an awkward spot, but that's got to be put down, and I'm not sure how it didn't go down. Boyd, shot fake. Elbow gives up Adams. Now a shot that goes in for Harrisburg. And Benton could be in trouble. Boyd's wanting the ball, and Green keeps it. Now it ends up with Boyd after Hathaway with a quick touch. 3:10 left. Coach Stewart's running some clock now. Boyd hands to Adams. 3 minutes left. Swing it right. Here's Smothers, guarded closely by Johnson. Works it, reverses to Boyd. 2:50 left. Boyd hands to Hathaway. Right side. Dribbling on Mitchell. Backdoor Smothers walked with the basketball. 2:42 left. They needed a stop, especially after how much time went off, and the Rangerettes got it by way of a travel. Here's Johnson. Works it right. There's Mitchell into the paint. Lost it, out of bounds. Benton will keep it. Rangerettes wanting a foul. Not getting it. Instead, they get hit with looked like a warning against their bench with 2:30 left in the ball game.
Yeah, tensions are going to be very high for this last 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Neitzel got to find somebody. Finally into Johnson. Probably the 4.5 second mark. Johnson through the lane, fouled, and she made it. That is ideal as it gets. Johnson's going to the line. They score a basket. They get a foul, and they're going to the line with the clock stopped at 2:26. That fouls out Mackenzie Boyd for Harrisburg. So both sides with a player that is fouled out. Glover for Benton. Boyd for Harrisburg. This could get it to a one-score game. Big free throw here from Blakely Johnson. Once again, the official icing her at the free throw line. Taking forever to get her the basketball. She's still able to throw it in. One-score game. A huge possession there. And the Rangerettes get another stop. Here's Adams. Gets it across. Bounces to Nichols. Back out there with Boyd, who's fouled out. Nichols on the wing. Timeout called by Jake Stewart and the Harrisburg side. And we got 2:17 left. And some frustration there. He didn't want Nichols to pick the ball up and ended up having to burn a timeout. But the winner of this game is going to be whoever executes the best under the pressure here in the final 2 and change.
Yeah, most definitely. You got 2 minutes left. This is where the whole season hangs in the balance of these last 2 minutes.
Is there anyone you would go to offensively either side in particular? Or I find it strange Harrisburg's kind of went away from Jamison Green.
Yeah, on Harrisburg, I mean you got to go Green. She's got 17 points tonight, and seems like when she's got the ball, good things do happen when it's in her hands. So I think she would have to be the one that's going to have to get the first look.
Other side, I know she's a freshman, but I like Webb at least controlling the ball. She doesn't have to take the shot, but
J.C. Webb.
I like J.C. Webb starting with the ball on the possession. 2:05 left in the game. Here's Green with it out top. Gives to Adams. Out near half court. Adams working on Webb. Gives it up. Nichols works towards the corner. Cut off. Gives it up. Green. Now to Hathaway. Dribble handoff Nichols. Dribble flip to Adams. 1:45 left. A foul would put Harrisburg at the line, and I think they might have got a travel on Adams, and they did. Benton can tie with a 3. Now, they don't need a 3. Plenty of time. Whole lot of time left, and you forced 2 turnovers last trip down. I think best shot available is what you go with here. Mitchell's going to try a triple. We're tied. 42-42. They've rattled off a whole lot in a row, and they call a blocking foul on the sideline on the Rangerettes. Should be free throws. And J.C. Webb is done. Her 5th. What a finish we have. Brandon's going to sub in for Webb. Smothers is going to shoot free throws. What a ball game, Quincy.
Oh, it's been a great game. It's one of the better games I've seen in a long time, and I'm glad it's here at Max Morris Gymnasium. It's nice to have good games like this here.
First one. Good. I'm going to wait until after this second free throw. We got a timeout first, anyways, but I'm going to wait to say what I was going to say after the free throw. That way, all the Bulldog fans can get mad at me if she ends up, uh, not making it or whatever. But I've said it already. You think the game's over, or a team's going to pull away, and then blink of an eye, it's knotted back up.
Yeah, it's right back, to a close game. It's a 1 point game. Minute 25 left to go, and let's see who wants it more.
Yeah, that big call there on that sideline. You know, ended up calling a blocking foul. It's one of them bang bang calls again. Depending on the official, they might just end up calling a ball knocked out of bounds. And if that were the case there, Rangerettes get the ball back again with the tie game. And either way, I think they're all right with where they're at based on where they just were because they know they're getting the ball. They've got plenty of time, and it's still within their own hands whether or not they're able to win this game. And that's for both sides. And a little bit more frustration on the Harrisburg side, the way they've um, been their inability to close this out. Turning it over a couple times, another near turnover, a gift of a trip to the free throw line. Whether it's a foul or not, you got fouled at half court, so it's not anything you created. You kind of lucked into it, but we'll see if Smothers can hit this free throw and put the Lady Bulldogs back up by 2. They've hit 10 in a row, 44-42. Harrisburg. Now they'll just blame me when they miss the next one. 44-42, 120 left. Johnson, right side. Spins out of traffic, gives to Neitzel. Reverses left to Malia Webb. 110 left. What do the Rangerettes do here? With no J.C. Webb out there to bring it up. Malia Webb thinking about shooting out point right. Works at right corner to Neitzel. Under a minute left. 44-42. And a foul on Hathaway. Hathaway's 4th. Team 3rd. So still not in the bonus. 2 fouls away from Benton getting shots no matter what the foul is or where it's at. Neitzel throw in on the sideline. In. And right back to Neitzel. Works block to Webb. Banging down low. Goes up. Missing short. Got it back. Up and missing too strong. Knocked free underneath. Rebound Nichols. And Harrisburg is going to call a timeout. 43 seconds left. Prime opportunities down low for Webb, and especially the second one where she was free and maybe just rushed it. I think you use the board there, and you've got a guaranteed 2 with how these boards are receptive here at Max Morris, and just rushed it a little bit, but still a long way to go, especially how this game's been officiated and in terms of they're not. I mean, they're calling anything with contact, and far from over, and far out of the woods, or far from being out of the woods is Harrisburg, and why I think the timeout was called is Coach Stewart saying, "Hey, we are not done yet. We've got to make our free throws, and we've got to not turn it over when we're pressured." And that's been a problem.
Yeah, both teams, way too many turnovers. We're high teens and turnovers for both squads. And you start thinking to yourself, maybe we took 5 or 6 of those turnovers away. How much of a difference this ending of this game would be right now.
Length of the floor. It'll be Adams throwing in. 44-42. Adams looks. Finally into Nichols in the corner. They pressure her in the corner. Doubled, lost it, and touched out of bounds. Harrisburg will keep it. Brandon knocked it free, but she was on the sideline. Adams will try again. 38.6 left. Adams looks. Green's coming to the ball and gets it. Green, a double on her. Near the corner. Timeout burned again from Harrisburg.
It's good pressure by Harrisburg coming out of the gate. Ranger, it's my bad.
Yeah, and forcing a timeout. And again, Coach Stewart didn't want to call a timeout there. Felt like he had to. I mean, it's too big of a deal. I mean, you can't afford to give the ball up there, especially a live ball turnover. And just have to go forward without having the luxury of just throwing them out, the timeouts whenever you want. And sooner or later, they're going to have to get the ball up, or else Benton's going to get the ball and tie or take the lead.
Yeah, I definitely say in Jake Stewart's coaching career, he's been here before and he's seen everything about now.
He knows how to close games, and we'll see if he's able to do it yet again. Half a minute left. Reversed. That's Adams getting it up. Knocked out of the hands of Smothers, but she was knocked to the floor. Foul on Neitzel, her second. 2 shots for Smothers, and with a 2-point lead. 26 seconds left. And hits the first. One more. Free throw. No, missed it. Snaps a streak of 11 straight made. 45-42, 20 seconds. Webb is free for a three on the way. It's good. We're tied again. 45-45. 10 seconds. Harrisburg gets it in. It's Smothers. Right side to Nichols. Down to 7. Back Smothers to the goal. She's fouled. She's going to the line with 5.2 seconds left. They call another one. It was Smothers going to the goal. My goodness. Harrisburg keeps getting the lead up. And right when they get it to 3, cue a Rangerette triple to tie it up. Smothers has 2 at the line. First one, good. 46-45. Timeout again. This one by Harrisburg again. Coach Dave Brown, he wasn't too pleased with the whistle again, and he's had some frustration here today on Benton's side. And but man, he's got to be proud of how his team's responded time and time again in this ball game.
Oh yeah, definitely. They won't go away. They keep hitting big shots and they're doing whatever they can to try to stay in this and do whatever they can to win the game.
And Harrisburg's got one free throw out of this timeout, and off a miss, it is going to be havoc going back the other way in this final 5 seconds. I would assume, make or miss, you might see a timeout from Coach Brown, but it's really a style type of thing. It's whether or not he feels like his team's better in transition, maybe off a miss. He might like his odds a little better. It's whatever. It's the comfortability of the Coach Brown. And I'd say off a make, you'd probably see a timeout regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give yourself the true play that you want to close this thing out and potentially win or send it to overtime. But be a little on edge if I'm Harrisburg, because Benton's been throwing in a lot of threes, and regardless of this free throw, if Benton goes down and hits a 3, this game's over. And we got one more from Smothers out of the timeout. Here we go. Free throw on the way. Made them both. Big free throws from Smothers. It's 47-45. They don't call a timeout. They don't want him to get set. 2 seconds. They're not going to get it off. The ball game's over. Webb's shot is late. They were not going to count it. They waved it off. 47-45. It got to the rim. Not a clean look. I would have liked a timeout. Didn't come. You still got, a shot up. It was a little late, so it wouldn't have counted, but what a basketball game. 47-45. Harrisburg, the Lady Bulldogs are moving on to take on Massac County on Thursday at 6:30 for the regional title. 47-45. We'll hear from sponsors. We'll wrap things up.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. Wallace Industrial in West Frankfort.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage, warehousing, and office space in Tennessee, Indianapolis, Ohio, Illinois, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Please feel free to contact us for any management needed for your property. Feel free to reach out with any questions to Bobby and Iris Kazadi.
With an award-winning body shop right here in West Frankfort, Illinois, Wicks is your hometown Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealer. Come out and visit us in person or online at gregweeks.com. Your hometown dealership, right on the price, right off I-57.
Kids Corral Incorporated, celebrating 25 years serving the children and families of Southern Illinois. Owned and operated by Gina King and Kristen Cass. Kids Corral in West Frankfort.
Redbirds Live, brought to you by the partners of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, including former West Frankfort High School dual sports standout Lance Brown and fellow West Frankfort alumni and veteran Matthew Carroll. The law firm of Sam C. Mitchell and Associates are proud members of the West Frankfort community and proud servants of all of Southern Illinois.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's Auto, Home, and Life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Contact Power Wash Plus for a free quote on all your residential or commercial pressure washing needs. Professionally operated and fully insured. Call Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505 for more information. That's Power Wash Plus at 618-663-2505.
Howell Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Howell Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 937-4000.
Make light work of everything with Honda's top-of-the-line family of Pioneer 1000 side-by-sides. All models sport a best-in-class engine and an exclusive 6-speed automatic dual-clutch transmission. Then there's the 1005 models, equipped with Honda's quick-flip seating that seats up to 5 passengers. So find your next Honda Pioneer today at Bill Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
Experience a taste of Mexico at La Fiesta Mexican Restaurant. We have the best food and drinks for the whole family to enjoy. See you tomorrow, amigos.
E.R. Brown Furniture has been providing West Frankfort and Southern Illinois communities quality furniture for 109 years. E.R. Furniture has the largest selection of lazy boy furniture and can help you find your next recliner, sofa, or love seat. E.R. Brown Furniture can provide delivery and set up to your home as well. It's E.R. Brown Furniture, downtown West Frankfort.
The city of West Frankfort is proud to support the students of Frankfort Community High School. The future is in the youth of our community. Go Redbirds.
People's National Bank has been serving the communities of Southern Illinois since 1909. We believe that great customer service along with a wide variety of products will meet all of your banking needs. Come in and check us out today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
McDonald's, family owned and operated. Moreland Bishop McDonald's has 21 locations to serve you.
The West Frankfort Aquatic and Activity Center are proud partners of Redbirds Live. Come check out our heated indoor swimming pool, fitness center, and basketball gym. Stop by for a visit, or you can contact us at 618-937-1665.
Final from game two on the night here in the second semifinal. Harrisburg 47, Benton 45. So the Lady Bulldogs are moving on to play the Lady Patriots of Massac County Thursday night, 6:30 for the regional title here in the West Frankfort Regional. Thanks for tuning in here in the postgame show brought to you by IBI Management. Let's get to our postgame stat sheet, and that's sponsored by the City of West Frankfort.
Start off for the Benton Rangerettes. Johnson with 3, Webb with 8, Malia Webb with 8, J.C. Webb with 6, Glover with 10, and Mitchell to round the scoring off the Rangerettes with 18 points tonight. Move over to your Harrisburg Lady Bulldog side. Adams with 1, Nichols with 1, Hathaway with 5, Boyd with 7, Smothers with 16, and round the scoring off for the Lady Bulldogs, Green with 17.
Yeah, Smothers really picked it up. She got to the line a lot. Right after I was mouthing Harrisburg on their free throw shooting, they went off and rattled 13. They made 13 of their final 14. Um, with that said, Benton was 6 of 9 for the game at the line. Harrisburg was 20 of 30 at the line. 30 free throws attempts propelled Harrisburg to this win, and their ability to get to that line. And they ended up fouling out a couple starters, and Glover and Webb, and Benton had 5 seconds to go up the floor. They didn't have their point guard out there who had fouled out of the game, and it might be a different story. We might be talking about overtime or a different winner, but the fact that they didn't have her out there, she had her 5th foul, could have easily been the difference in that ball game.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a lot of things you can ask yourself. What would have changed the outcome of this game, and there's multiple things. Could have been that. Both teams had 15 plus turnovers tonight, and maybe we just had 4 less turnovers, 3 less turnovers. Maybe that's a few more baskets that would propel us over to where we weren't not even in that situation. But yeah, there's so many things. What's great about basketball? There's so many things you can't really pinpoint or blame a certain situation on a loss or a win. But that's the beauty of the game.
Yeah, it's 47-45. That's the final. If that's our final girls' game of the year, which I believe it will be, um, Thursday will be in AJ covering the boys. If that is the case, I think we went out with a pretty good one. Real quick, before we get off, let's talk. I mean, awesome effort, both sides, Harrisburg and Benton, and two teams that, like we said a couple times, they don't really like each other, but it makes for a great game because neither side wants to lose. And you add in the fact it's postseason. I mean, it's a great ball game, awesome ball game.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it was it's pretty good game, and I'm glad I got to see one. I haven't seen a girls game with that so much effort and uh, both teams just not going away. Sticking in it, and just one team has to come up on top, but definitely both teams deserving of a win.
Harrisburg gets it done. Lady Bulldogs live to see another day. They play Thursday at 6:30 against Massac County. Thanks to you know all the support from the fan bases and the communities from Harrisburg and Benton and you know communities in our first game from Massac County and Johnson City, and it's been a blast. It's been fun um, calling some ball games tonight, and stay tuned because next week we'll be going again with some boys regional action. We're going to have that as well next week. So make sure you check us out again next week, along with all our Frankfurt broadcasts. Signing off for everyone here at Redbirds Live. We're back tomorrow night with boys varsity. Thanks